This is CW with Stay Awake Games, back with episode 7 of my Let's Play Beyond Eden with Developers Commentary. Been gone a while, but my schedule changed a bit and opened up some time, so I wanted to resume this. It's primarily for me, just for archiving purposes, because this game has been in development for about 20 years, mostly off, but off and on. And I have not touched it in many years, so before I forget it entirely, I just wanted to record this little series. So when we last left, I remembered we finished the little training area, we learned magic, so I think we have to return to Sabbath. So we saved right in front of it. Really, landscaping guy, now is the time that you want to? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Whatever, hopefully his mowing does not come up, but I'm sure it will because I can hear my computer humming in the playback. So this microphone is pretty dang powerful. Anyway, if I vaguely remember correctly, the characters return from learning magic and they want a cigarette, and that's what motivates them to come back to Sabbath. Don't fully remember though. Cigarette shop. Maybe we should buy some of these cigarettes. Hey Jack, how much are these? That there's 20 Class A smokes for the low price of just 10 tokens. Sounds like a good deal. Should we go for it? I mean, no, you shouldn't smoke. But, in retrospect, this was a really bad idea, but, I might have talked about this in a previous video, but the general idea is that when you make time for a smoke break, it creates unique conversations, so it adds a variety of, little side scenes in the game where the characters smoke and talk philosophy and stuff. I don't smoke. Anyone listening to it, I don't recommend that you do, so that's probably why this is not a great mechanic and something that I wouldn't add in other games, but as an edgy teen, that was an interesting mechanic to me. Oh my god, I do not remember what to do. I feel like the last episode was like a year ago. I feel like in one of the drafts, they had to go see that psychic after learning magic. So, I wonder if there's something in the magic shop that I need to do. With everything just being changed around, like the order of events, so much, it's hard for me to remember just because the flow used to be so different. Okay. Hello, welcome to Tempest Alchemy Shop. If you could just write down what you need in the log, we will try to get it to you as soon as possible. I apologize, but we're a little understaffed at the... Keiro, relax. It's us, remember? What? Oh, yes. I remember you. I'm sorry. I've just been so busy trying to run things. Run things? Isn't this Tempest's shop? Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I don't know where he is right now. He hasn't been coming around much since we moved here. It is strange. It's as if he forgot that he owns a business. Oh, well, she goes right under him. That doesn't look right. Good afternoon, Keiro. Your shipment of luminous moss came in. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's right. So they go back to meet Tempest, and she gets introduced again here. Oh god, this is so confusing to me. Oh good. I have 4 dozen holy bottles I need to make for the O'Learys. Thank you for bringing that for me, Reina. I appreciate the help. With just me running things, I'm surprised we haven't had to close yet. When was the last time you saw Tempest? Oh, hello again. Hello, Reina. Rainia. It's been a while. Did Pious May agree to see you? Yes, he did. Thank you for the suggestion. We just finished. Impressive. You're quick learners. So, you will want to do the ritual to find your friend? Yes, please. That would be so helpful. Alright. I don't mind. Come over here. I'll just whip up a quick magic ritual. I love that, like, they're looking for their friend. And she's like, yeah, I can do a ritual to help you find him. And they're like, cool, let's take a month off and learn magic. And then I'm sure we'll just resume looking for our friend. Now focus on your friend. Picture the last time you saw him, your strongest memories. Think back to something he said that you'll never forget. It's still foggy. Focus your mind. Eliminate all other distractions and imagine the last conversation you had. Strange. I sense him, but I can't get a clear impression. It's as if he is being magically cloaked or hidden. But he's alive. Yes, I can sense his spark, but it is dim. A magical fog is surrounding him. Strange. What could have happened? I need something to help me better focus our energies. I may be able to get some clarity if we burn some Isair incense and gaze through a scrying mirror. It's never easy, is it? I have my own scrying mirror, and I would be happy to use my own sandalwood and lavender, but we still need one more herb. Oh, perfect! I actually needed to go get some myself, but I've never gone alone. So you know where to find this herb? Yes, actually. I've gathered it several times with Tempest. It grows at the bottom of a tomb to the north of here. Heaven forbid we buy it in a shop. We can help you look for it. What we need to do is look for a way to get home. We'd be happy to help, right, Marcus? Oh, totally. I got all the time in the world. Let's take another month off and look for an herb. How do we get there? The tomb is inside the Bakar Desert to the north of where Chesed is, was. The tomb shouldn't be a problem for the four of us. However, the tomb is inside the Bakar Desert. It is home to dangerous creatures. They aren't aggressive, so as long as they don't view us a threat, we should be able to pass the desert with no problems. Once you get it, you'll be able to make the Isair incense, which will amplify and focus our power. That should be enough to find your friend. It's worth a shot. Have you guys gotten any weapons yet? If you want, we can stop by some shops and pick up some supplies. Okay, that's weird. There's an evil energy here. That's interesting. So, in the last episode, we unlocked the ability to shift our higher consciousness, and that is why we're seeing little floating bits of energy around, and that's what that little eyeball in the left-hand corner represents, because it is not a permanent effect, but you're temporarily able to, yeah, see secrets and stuff. And one of the reasons the flow at this particular part is so confusing for me is because the tomb that Keiro just mentioned was originally the very first place you went. You arrive on Gaia, they go to the tomb, and then after that, the events there lead them to Pious May to learn magic. But it was just way too long, it slowed down everything. You didn't get a menu for like 4 hours into the game, which, I mean, we're already 3 hours in the game, and we just unlocked the menu like 10 minutes ago, so I moved stuff around and tried to make it make sense best I could. Be careful not to buy more than you can carry. You can only hold 20 of one item. However, you can only hold 10 of any one alchemical item. It's a very random thing for you to just mention. And also, I assumed that Keiro would be buying this because it was his idea to come here. I mean, I guess I'll buy the cheap version of everything. Be safe out there. Oh yeah, the menu never really got finished. Oh yeah, because you're not supposed to be able to get to this, I don't think. Big stick. Man, I thought that he bought the items for you. So there's like a joke that you owe him money for the longest time. Did I take that out? Yeah. So, just again, this is why I wanted to make a Let's Play series, because, like, I am clearly forgetting everything about this game. And I just want to watch this when I'm old. For better or for worse. I worked on this for a long time. I kept just trying to fix it, you know? It just got so convoluted. You're really not gonna buy these for me, you cheapskate. I guess I'll buy a garbage can lid. And a hat. Oh my god, Allison has like nothing. Ugh, if I did want to work on this again, I feel like I would just want to start over. I mean, I'm ragging on it, but I don't know, maybe I'm blinded because I'm too close to it, but I feel like there's some good in here. I feel like with some distance and perspective, maybe I could scrape out the good bits and still put something out there. Okay, the desert I think is over here. You can't cross without a bridge pass. I think that you have to buy one. But the forest is dangerous. It sure is. That's why the government built this bridge to charge you for safe passage. They don't build themselves. Tickets are 100 tokens for an entire year. Yeah, buy it. Even though I don't have one. Can't afford it. Yes, this is another thing I probably would not do, is that it's just like superficially increasing the length of the game by adding unnecessary backtracking. You can pay if you want the privilege of being able to fast travel around the forest. I think like old games might have done stuff like that. Oh dear god. And maybe I was just trying to make it kind of old school, but I don't feel like that has aged well. I feel like some of this music is way too loud. These sound effects are not balanced.
Nothing to it. Yeah.
I think we're kind of getting to that point where I have to decide whether I want to talk through the battles or edit them out or what, because it's not super interesting to watch. And I'm getting the impression that these sound effects and clicks are probably not so great to hear either. Everything just moves so slow, like, Jesus. What the hell is that? Something is like throbbing right there. No idea what that is. I think there's that. Okay, it's the number 2, right? Yeah, number 2. Okay. So, there we go. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Harmless fireball. Pew! Oh, okay. Yeah. When you're shifted, you can also find these little guys hidden around. I'll take the defense, because, yeah, armor is expensive. What a nice little spirit. So there's like this thing. I don't know if I have it in here. No, I guess I disabled it. Oh, what is that chicken doing? There are so many very confusing things that I have left in here. I think that chicken probably just has some notes. A lot of times I would do stuff like that. Like I'll put, like instead of putting a treasure chest, like I might put like a giant purple square, just so that that draws my attention to know that like, hey, I intended to put a treasure here, but I haven't decided what treasure it is yet. So that chicken probably has some kind of note on him. Like, don't forget to fix these things. Because, yeah, I wouldn't, like, release a game with, like, random chickens in it. I think ultimately that's one of the reasons this game never went anywhere, is just because, like, the playtesting was just too much. Like, every time I play something, I just find something awful that just needs to be changed, and you just run in circles. Like, you just never get anything done. So, originally this was just a temple, and it was really close to Sabbath. I went back, moved the temple, and then added this little desert bit. And what was kind of interesting is I just randomly gave the monsters here really high stats. Looks like there's an ore deposit. It's too much to go with my hands. I'll need to find the right tool. I legit do not remember adding ore deposits, but okay. Anyway, so I statted out these little scorpion people. And the idea was, it's kind of like Frogger, like they run back and forth, and if you touch one of them, then you get into a battle with a really high-powered enemy. And you basically just have to run away. You might take a hit or two. Oh, Jesus. And then, yeah, it's just kind of like you take some damage for not being able to avoid them. And then I wrote the desert back into the game, like at the end. And it just kind of balanced. Like when you fought the scorpions, it was like appropriate to where the levels were, and I thought that was kind of cool how it worked out. That was just a fun coincidence. So anyway, this is the little dungeon itself. So this is the first dungeon I made for Beyond Eden, and admittedly, it didn't change a whole lot. One of the things, yeah, I just constantly am changing everything about this game. This tomb did not change very much. The song that is playing right now is SEXXY by They Might Be Giants. This was the tomb of a treasure hunter who lived 300 years ago. She was the best treasure hunter to date, but stealing the hand of Midas brought on her doom. The hand of Midas is... We know. The guy loved gold, so everything he touched turned to gold. It became a curse. Actually, no. The hand of Midas is named after the rock it's made of, Midas rock. Midas rock isn't gold, it's actually a hardened type of sand. This temple is made out of it. It's called a hand because anyone who touches it with their bare hands is turned into Midas stone. Oh, that's pretty similar. Anyway, Valvalia believed it was just a myth, and she turned to Midas. Her statue is at the bottom of the temple, and the moss that grows around it is what we need. But Valvalia paid for the tomb to be built long before she died. It's kind of ironic, though, that she ordered it to be made of Midas. But I digress. Anyway, she also hid the bulk of her treasure at the bottom of this tomb. And after she died, she didn't want anyone to be able to steal her treasure, so the tomb's protected. Rolls eyes. But don't worry. I know just about all of them. I've gathered sage from this temple with the master tons of times. Sage? That's what we're getting? Yes. Christ, you can get sage from any drugstore on Earth. Oh, I hope I can go there one day. It'd save me a lot of trouble. Oh, the irony. So originally they came to Valvalia to get sage for a ritual that Tempest was going to attempt to send them back to Earth. And, spoilers, it didn't work. But that all got cut. Rewritten. This is one of the traps. The safe one is blue. It's been a while. I think it's the second one. You think? Well, I'm pretty sure, but I admit I'm not certain. I'm so bad at remembering stuff. I do know a nifty little spell that helps you remember stuff. I can cast it if you want. Well, that would be good. The spell will drain 4 points of my Gaia energy. If I run out of GP, I won't be able to cast any more spells. You better save it then. So, I don't know. I was obsessed with like weird little gimmicks where like all my dungeons just had to have some element of them that was different. So in this one, it's kind of like, well, you'll see. I mean, each little section has like tiles that you have to walk across in a certain order, and Keiro inconsistently remembers the safe paths to take. So it's kind of your choice whether you want to go off of what he does remember and the hints that you can gather, and kind of like do a process of elimination to find the correct path, or you can just use the spell to quote-unquote help him remember what the correct path is. Kind of silly, but sometimes, you know, you try to write mechanics into your story and vice versa. I think it's weird that sometimes the characters will run and attack an enemy, and then like another action will start, and then they'll just stay there. So they'll get kind of stuck at the front, like Brian did just now. But then like Allison will reset and go back. Like, I never understood why that happened. There's like a lot of like events running in the background of the battles, so I think that, yeah, sometimes they just like, I don't know, weird stuff happens. Do you remember which one of these is the safe one? Well, I know there wasn't 2 blues in a row, so I'm sure it's not blue. But, shit, I can't say whether for sure it's white or green. Green? I'm sorry. Should I cast the spell? I'm feeling lucky. So I think that the silly thing about this was I was really trying to play up kind of how like nervous, shy, and timid Keiro is. And so one of the hints that you can use is anytime he says that he's sure about something, you can trust him and that he's correct, unless he swears beforehand. So on that last one, he swore, so I knew it was the opposite one. I think it's blue, I'm pretty sure. Should I cast the spell to be sure? Blue it is. That sound was the little heightened consciousness wearing off. So I'm gonna cast that again. This is an optional route for some treasure. Some salt! Legit, don't remember what salt does. Oh, I guess I did have to go that way. Let's actually turn that button off. Now I have to remember which ones they were for the other ones. So this one was white. And then this one was blue. Oh, that's right. So you go down there, you hit the button, it turns off those spikes. Okay, I think this is save point. There we go. Looks like someone died here. What's this now? What's this now? Make it seem like there's something there. What's this now? That's... There was a boomerang near the corpse. It only worked when I was facing up. That's weird. I just want to avoid a combat. Fuck it. Okay. I think it's good that I got that, because I didn't have anything for him. He's just got rocks. Alright, well, I try to make these like 30-minute episodes just because of the file size, so it's kind of a weird place to stop, but I will go ahead and stop there. Thanks for watching, everybody.